when you change, what do your friends do? They're not changing because they're doing what you were doing before. And they don't like that change either. It's uncomfortable. And so they want to pull you down. They don't want you going to the promised land without them. It's hard to really want to change. Like, it's hard to want that change. And let alone, then if you decide that you do want to change, it's hard to take action. It's super hard. It's like, oh my gosh, right? And the reason, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And the reason I think is because it's just easier to keep doing what we're doing. Like, you know what? Like, it may not be the best, it may not be what we want, but it's just easier. It's like if we haven't got to that point in our career that we want, it's just easier just to kind of, we're not giving up. We're not giving up because we don't give up. We're fighters, but we kind of are, right? We lie to ourselves and we just keep doing what we're doing, and we're human, right? We take the path of least resistance. And so, like, that's normal. We take the path of least resistance, but because of that, we don't change. We don't progress. And it's really kind of sad because I know too many business owners that will never be able to retire. Like, it's just not going to happen, because they were afraid of change.
Scared half to death.
And it was too easy to not change. And it's just too easy to keep doing what we're doing. And yeah, we understand in our core that we're doing the job of like 4 or 5 people, sometimes 9 or 10, but it doesn't matter because we think about the task of like recruiting and hiring and training and getting people to do stuff. And then it's not what we wanted and we could have done a better job and yada, yada, yada. Right. And it's just like, it's overwhelming. The thought of it, just the very thought of it is exhausting. And so we just keep doing what we're doing. And, unfortunately, that's not the right way. The right way is to take action, like just take that next step to get to the next level and stop worrying about things that you can't control, right? It really comes down to this. Most of us are afraid of success. Because I think that you are. I think that we all are. We all have that. And the reason, it's like if we succeed, there's a lot. It's change. It's because we're gonna go from where we're at now to somewhere else, right? And we could lose friends, family members. In fact, you probably will lose friends because what happens is when you change, what do your friends do? They're not changing because they're doing what you were doing before. And they don't like that change either. It's uncomfortable. And so they want to pull you down. They don't want you going to the promised land without them, and it's just easier for them to pull you back to your regular boring life. They want to just pull you back. Right. And so they do. They don't like that. And so if you separate from them and you resist that and you break away from them, they don't want to be your friend. And because now you're successful and they're going to judge you for that. Right. If we succeed, we'll have to change how we live. If we succeed now, then somehow it means that we weren't living up to our full potential before, right? And to succeed, it means we have to change. Listen, if we embrace our ideals, like we all have this vision of grandeur and getting to be a better person and getting to a certain point in business, right? But if we embrace those ideals, then it means we must prove worthy of them. That is hard to do because if we embrace our ideals, we have to prove worthy of them, which means we have to hold ourselves accountable, right? And that is hard. And that is why I believe that most of us are afraid of success and we'll do anything to sabotage it, right? We'll make up excuses. We'll do all sorts of things to make sure we don't get success because we know it's change and it's hard and it's not easy. And it means we have to now live this new life, right? We have to live a new life that we've been telling people that we want, right? And then we have it. We're like, oh crap, I got to live this new life. We have to now live the higher law. Listen, today is a new day. And today you have a choice. You can continue doing what you are doing, or you can accept my challenge, okay? And my challenge is to start living the life, I was gonna say you always dreamed of, but it's actually start living the life you've never dreamed of, because I promise you, the potential in you is greater than you'll ever know. And the possibilities are greater than you'll ever know. You don't even know what is possible until you start doing it, until you get there. And as I've achieved certain milestones in my life, I surprised myself too. I'm like, holy cow, I didn't even know this was possible. So, I'm practicing what I'm preaching here. And I want to challenge you to start living the life that you've never even dreamed of.